The first time my husband slapped me, our last child was only 5 years old. It was midnight in our mansion in Lagos. Rain was beating hard on the roof while my children hid behind the staircase, shaking with fear. I was holding my husband's shirt, screaming because another woman had called his phone again. "Who is she?" I shouted like a mad woman. Then he pushed me away with red eyes and shouted, "You brought this curse into this house." At that moment, the words of ODUMEGE the Goat Head entered my ears again like thunder. It means war, and truly, my marriage became war. My name is Amaka. I was born into poverty in a small village outside Ibadan. Poverty was our family name. We were 6 children living inside one small room with leaking zinc roof. Sometimes rain would fall harder inside the room than outside. My father was a carpenter with no customers. My mother sold tomatoes by the roadside under hot sun. Many nights we slept hungry. As the first daughter, I suffered the most because I saw everything. I saw my mother cry when landlords insulted us. I saw my younger ones licking empty plates after visitors finished eating. I saw poverty remove respect from my father's eyes. That was when I made a decision. I will never marry a poor man. Never. I didn't care if love was there or not. Love could not pay school fees. Love could not buy food. Love could not save my siblings from suffering. At 24, I started a small food business. I sold rice, beans, amala, and soup to students and workers. My food was sweet, but my location was bad. Too local, too hidden. Money entered my hand like smoke and disappeared immediately. Every night I calculated profits and cried. Meanwhile, men were disturbing me left and right. There was Kunle the teacher, there was Femi the mechanic, there was Jude the banker, there was Emeka the businessman. Good men, responsible men, but none of them looked rich enough for the life I wanted. One evening, after counting the small money from my food business, something evil entered my mind. What if somebody can tell me which man will become rich? That was how I heard about ODUMEGE the Goat Head. People feared him. Some said he could see tomorrow. Some said he spoke with spirits. Some said he destroyed lives. But poverty can make a person deaf to warnings. I carried the photographs of all the men chasing me to his shrine. The place smelled like blood, smoke, and dead animals. Goat heads hung from trees. Red cloths danced with the wind. My body shook, but I stayed. Then ODUMEGE appeared, tall, dark, heavy beads around his neck, eyes like fire. He looked at me and laughed. "Young girl," he said, "poverty is chasing you like a hungry dog." I almost cried immediately. One by one, I handed him the men's photographs. He looked at Conley's picture first. "This one," he said, "will survive, but nothing more. Not poor, not rich." I nodded slowly. Then he looked at another picture and hissed, "Bad news. Avoid him." Fear entered me. Then I handed him Emeka's photograph. ODUMEGE suddenly became quiet. He stared at the picture for a long time. Then he smiled slowly. "This one," he whispered, "is a star." My heart jumped. Money in abundance. I grabbed the picture quickly and smiled like someone who just won lottery. But then ODUMEGE raised his finger. "But you are not destined to be together." My smile disappeared. "What do you mean?" His face became serious immediately. "It means war." Silence covered the shrine. Even the wind seemed to stop, but greed had already blinded me. I laughed nervously and said, "As long as there's money, I can handle the rest." ODUMEGE looked at me with pity. "No," he said softly, "you cannot." But I ignored him. That was the biggest mistake of my life. I focused all my energy on Emeka after that day. I became the perfect woman. Soft voice, sweet smiles, care, attention, prayerful outside, desperate inside. And it worked. Within 1 year, Emeka married me. The wedding was massive. People from different states came. Money flowed like water. My village people looked at me with envy. My parents cried tears of joy. My younger siblings finally entered good schools. For the first time in my life, I slept inside an air-conditioned room. I thought I had won, but that was when the war began. At first, it was small arguments, then suspicion, then cheating, then insults, then fights. Women were everywhere around my husband. Actresses, businesswomen, slay queens, even married women. I fought like a wounded lioness to keep him. Every time another woman appeared, fear would hold my throat because I remembered ODUMEGE's warning. So I kept running back to the shrine. Please renew the charm, I would beg, and every time ODUMEGE collected more money. The richer my husband became, the more problems entered our home. Peace disappeared completely. Sometimes plates would break at midnight. Sometimes police came because neighbors heard screaming. Sometimes my children cried themselves to sleep. My husband stopped looking at me with love. He looked at me with anger, like I trapped him, and maybe I did. Years passed. Our children grew up inside confusion. Our first son became violent. Our daughter hated marriage. Everybody in the house was damaged somehow. Yet, I still loved Emeka. That was the painful part. I truly loved him. One night, after another terrible fight, I sat alone on the bathroom floor crying. Then I looked at myself in the mirror. Beautiful clothes, gold jewelry, expensive house, but empty eyes. That was when I finally understood something. Poverty is dangerous, but some riches come with curses heavier than poverty itself. Today, people look at my luxurious life and admire me. They say, Amaka is lucky. But if only they knew, if only they heard the screams hidden behind the gate of my mansion, if only they knew how many nights I prayed to go back in time. Sometimes I remember the good men I rejected because they were not rich yet. Sometimes I wonder if peace was standing in front of me while I was busy chasing wealth. And every time thunder strikes at night, I still hear ODUMEGE's voice inside my head. It means war.